Hello everyone. I hope everything is great. So in last video we learned the formatting elements of the HTML. Today we learn the HTML lists. So without wasting time, let's start to learn the HTML lists. So what is the lists in HTML? So I think you used in various document during creating the words document, or maybe whenever you read the books, you see some related text that you can show in a list. Let me show you one example. Okay, list of 5 animals, and there is a list. First, maybe cat. Second is cow. Third is dog, fourth is elephant, fifth maybe horse, right? So this type of formatting, how we can do in the HTML by use of list, we can create this type of list, and maybe we can create a different type of list as we have different options in Word. Like we can add the numeric list, we can add the bullet list. In bullets we have different type of options, show sometime the arrow and something related to that. So this type of things, how we can achieve in HTML by use of the lists tag, right? So this is just an example. So we can say by use of lists we can show the related text, right? Text in, sorry, HTML. Okay, yes. So how we can show these type of lists? So there are different type of lists available in HTML. We divide all of these text categories into basically three types. First type is the ordered list, or sometime we can say numbered list. Second type is unordered list, or we can say bulleted list. And third way is the definition or definition list, or we can say descriptive list. Okay, so this three type of list we have in the HTML. Ordered list, so by use of ordered list we have specific order. When we have a specific order, like we want to show the list in numbers as we show here, maybe we can use some alphabets, capital A, small a, maybe we can use some Roman numbers. So this type of list we can use list by use of the ordered list, right? Second is unordered list. So unordered list, when we don't have a specific order. So by this way we can show maybe use of some symbols like circle, squares, maybe bullets, or this type of listing we can achieve by the unordered list. third type of list, which is the definition list. So here we don't have a specific order, and we also say that this is not an unordered list. Something like this, we have some title, we need to give some information about that, then we need to have a different term, then need to show the different title. Let me show with one example. Cat, and after this cat we can give the definition of this cat, right? And maybe parrot. This is a bird. Okay, so this type of listing we achieve by use of a definition list or descriptive list. And for all these of list we have the specific tag for this. For ordered list we need to show with the OL, and then the list items and closing ordered list. Okay, so this is a simple. We use the first letter of both the words ordered list, OL, and the closing tag. Same for the unordered list, we use the UL, unordered list, then the list items and closing of unordered list. Okay, and in definition list, same, DL, definition list. Then there is two term, like first is the, this is the definition term for which we want to give the description. So this is the description and this is the description or definition term. So we have two type of element. uh, First we need to close this, and there are two other elements. First is the definition term, close this definition term, and then we have the definition detail and close this DD. So for this definition list we need to use three tags. First is the definition list that will say the browser that definition list is start from here. Then this is the definition term, and this is the definition description, right? Okay, so now the question is that how to write this list items. So for list item, as these two words, we simply use the list item li and the closing tag of li. Both the ordered and unordered list have this same child tag. Okay, we can say this is common for both the lists. So these are the the descriptive part. Let's move to the actual example. Let's create one file. So today for just for save the time, I create the basic structure of a HTML file and save this file as the lists.html, add the title as the header of this page, and open this file in the browser. Right, I think you are now comfortable with this structure. Let's start with the lists writing in the content section. Okay, so first we talk about the ordered list. Okay, so as we see, let me give a heading here, ordered list. Save this and refresh in browser, and you can see ordered list is title is shown here. Next, as we know, we need to add OL tag for the ordered list. Close this tag, enter. Now for entering the, so this tag just inform browser that ordered list will be start from here and ends with here. Now if I'm saving this file and refresh, nothing will be happen here, because this is just giving the information that order list will be started from here, and for adding the specific items we need to use the list item tag as we discussed here, which is the li. Okay, let me add li tag here. Okay, and let's give three form of list, three type of list: ordered list, in second item unordered list. So this way we also learn the list descriptive part and as well as the actual tutorial. And last term is the description list or definition. Okay, we need to save this file. Let's go to browser, refresh file, and you can see this is the representation of the list. We have one ordered list, second point unordered list, third point is the definition list. Right, so by default we can say order list shows the list in the numeric format: first, second, third. Okay, so just let's add another list and add these points here. So we can say default value, default show in numeric or numbers, in numbers. Okay, so this is the another list. Okay, now how can we change these numbers into some other format? Like I want to show this list using the alphabets, maybe in capital A or maybe in small alphabets. Maybe I want to use the Roman numbers, maybe capital or small. So how we can do that? For that, let's add a new uh, list item here. For that we have a attribute type. We have a attribute type, and we can give the value of this attribute type with different values. Let me give this value type equal to, and in quotation we can give the value 1. Save this file, go to here, refresh the page. You can see the numbers are the default value, so there is no change. Let me change the value to capital A. Save now, go to here, refresh this. You can see the type of the list is changed to capital A, B and C. If I go to here and change it to small a, save this file, refresh here, small a, small b and small c will be reflected here. Do you know this thing? Okay, now go to again here, add capital I. Save this file, refresh, and you see the capital Roman numbers will be shown in the list. Go for the small I, change, refresh, and small I will be shown here. Right, so this way we can change the type of this ordered list. Now if you can see, this list item have only single elements. So this type of list we can say the normal list, and also we can have the nested list. What is the nested list? If we have the main list, inside that some other list, inside that some other list, then we can call this type of list nested list. So here maybe order list have some other options, so we can use that as well. Let me first change this to a number. Okay, and refresh this. And just for giving the example what I did, so I add a nested list here. This is my first item attribute. Inside this I give the another list, another order list, and in this I give the li. Okay, and my first attribute is type. So order list have multiple types, so we just by use of nested list we can define the nested list. Okay, save this file. Let's refresh the browser and see what happens. So you can see this attribute, and this attribute have the first attribute is the type. Now I want to give the now I want to give the available option of this type. So what I did, I simply add one another nested list, and in list item, so as we can see, we can give the value capital A. For saving the time, I just copy this line and paste 4 times. I think it's not enough, but let's try. Small a for I, capital I for the capital Roman numbers, small I for using the normal, ah, sorry, small Roman numbers, and there is one last option which is the number. Okay, let me save this and refresh this page now here. So you can see this is the list. What is there? This is the attribute. First attribute is the type, and type have this type of 5 values. We can give the value capital A, capital I, small I, and the numeric value. Okay, also we can change the like order. In the main list we can use the numeric. For a sub list we can use the different type. Let's do that as well, so that our implementation is more realistic. Add type here and use the value capital A. And for this nested list, let me use the type and use the capital Roman number. Okay, save this, refresh page now, and as you can see, the main list is the numeric format. The main list child have the alphabet order, and the child of child is the Roman number orders, right? So by this way we can change the type of order list. Okay, let's discuss the second attribute of the ordered list. So second attribute of ordered list, which is the part of this section, let me add li list item here. Second attribute is the start. What does this? Let me refresh first here. So you can see this is the third point. No, I think I did this wrong. This is the part of attribute. So this will be the child of attribute section. So I just cut this line and make this the child of this list. Okay, Now if I refresh this page, you can see attribute. First attribute is type and second is the start. Now let's start does not have like multiple values. We can give the numeric value as the start value. Now what is the use of this start? You can see by default this list start from 1. This start from the capital A, and the Roman list start from the Roman letter, right? But what if we want to change the if we want to change the start of the list? I want to start it from 50. I want to start from it C instead of A, same way the Roman list. So how can we this achieve? By use of the start attribute. Let me apply here start attribute and give the value. Let me give it 10. So now what happens? This list order start from the 10. So it's 10, 11 and 12. Let me refresh this page and you can see it start from 10, 11 and 12. Okay, let me give it to some other number 15. Now what happens? It start from 15, 16 and 17. Refresh this page 15, 16 and 17. If I change the type to alphabet and I want to start it from the C, then I give the third. Okay, save this. So now it start from C, D and E. So I hope you now you know the use of this start attribute. Okay, let's move to the next attribute. Next attribute is the reversed attribute. Reversed it attribute, and this attribute is introduced in HTML5. HTML5. Okay, introduced in HTML5. And what is the use of this? Let me show you in example. First I remove this start so that you can easily understand and add this. So this is basically the boolean type. It have true or false value. By default, when we add this thing into this, it means it's having the value true. If we remove this, that means it is not applied in this ordered list tag, and its by default value is the false. So now it means that we want to this ordered list in the reversed format. What is the meaning of this? You can see C, B and A. If you change this into numeric format, you can see the expected value is 3 2 1. 3 2 1. You can see this is just in the reversed mode. So this the use of this keyword is simply reversing the uh, sequence of the ordered list. This is basically introduced in HTML5, so you can use it in any browser that can support the HTML5, right? So this all information is about the ordered list. Next, next, let's discuss the unordered list. Let me add the another heading and save this file. Refresh here and a new heading is added here, unordered list. Let's quickly add the unordered list tag, which is ul, close with the ending tag, and add some, or maybe copy this sequence. Control C, Control V, and you can see the list is represented here. And when I refresh this page, you can see the unordered list will be shown here. And by default, it shows in the bullet form, or maybe we can say the disk form. So as we have this option, I am again add the another unordered list for the description of this thing. Unordered list, okay. Add some item here. First item, which says the default show in disk form, or we can say in bullet form. Save this thing, default show in disk form. Okay, in next item I add the attributes. I think this way we can easily learn things, right? And let's add the another unordered list, we that we can say the nested list. Add list item here, and first attribute is the type attribute. Let me refresh this. So this is same this way. Okay, yes. So as you can see, default show in disk form, but this is the different type. By default it automatically takes whenever we create the nested list. For this will happen only for the unordered list, right? So type attribute is same as we used in the ordered list. And what are the possible values for this unordered list? Okay, now the we can add few items. First value is the disk, second value is the square, third value is the circle, and fourth value is the none. Okay, let me refresh this and check if the list is properly created. Yes, the list is properly created. And as you can see, when we go in depth, or we can say in the nested list, this automatically changes. Now use this type here. Okay, first I give the type. So disk is the default value, so there is no impact if we add type as the disk. Let's add some different value, maybe square. Save this and refresh here. You can see this is changed into square. Let's add circle, circle, refresh. This is changed into circle. Same way, if I change this to none, that means nothing will be shown here. Okay, so these are the possible four values in the type attribute that we listed here. Okay, so start attribute is not used in the unordered list because it does not like have some sense. Because if we show this thing in from start from here or here, that does not have any meaning. Same thing is for the reversed keyword. So reversed keyword is also not used in unordered list. So I think this is all about the unordered list. We only have the single type attribute, and we can use these possible values in unordered list. So that's all about this. Let's quickly add a new heading. in H2, and this is the description list. Okay, let's quickly add the description list by the DL tag. And as we discussed, now we need to give the description term dt. Okay. Description term, and then the give the description definition here. Let's add maybe add the list, and here we add the by use of list we can show the related text. Save this file, refresh, and this is the description list, and this is our uh, list term, and this is the definition of this term, right? Let me add few more terms here. This is quite simple. Yes, so in a more, if we want more real example, let me change this. Instead of showing this way start and then this, what we did, we use this definition list. Now go to the first section and where we add this. Okay, uh, okay, so this is the list. I collapsed that. So start. So instead of showing this way, what I did, add one definition list, and in definition term I add the start, and in definition I use the definition. Save this. Now if I refresh this, you can see what this means. Attribute, first attribute is type, second attribute is start, and what is the meaning of this start? So we have the definition here. Okay, same way we can add the definition list for this attribute as well. So I think this is more real example. Definition list in definition term and in definition description term definition we give this detail. Refresh and save. You can see the difference now, and this is in more readable format, right? So this is all about the description list. Now there is a quick update about the type attribute that we used in the ordered list and unordered list. So this is just the updation in HTML5. Let me quickly write this by use of the paragraph tag. In HTML5, type attribute depreciated. Instead of this, we need to use CSS list sty style type attribute. So this is just an update for HTML5, and I think this thing is out of scope of uh, this video because we are not discussing the CSS yet. I think that's it. Thanks guys.